the United States military has long prided itself on being an all-volunteer force, and data from around the world has proven time and time again that volunteer soldiers routinely outperform and outfight conscripted soldiers. American soldiers can enjoy decent, if not great, pay, medical benefits during and after serving, a very generous education benefits package, and a slew of other benefits all meant to entice everyday people to give up their normal lives and become a soldier. But sometimes service is too much of a burden, or a new recruit realizes that military life simply isn't something they're cut out for. Perhaps a soldier objects to being sent to a combat zone, either out of cowardice or on grounds of morality. For many of these soldiers, the only solution is a drastic one: to go AWOL, or absent without leave. But what happens when you go AWOL? Between 2001 and 2012, during the height of the global war on terror, approximately 50,000 U.S. service members went AWOL, either permanently or for short amounts of time. The military defines AWOL status as not being where you're ordered to be at the time instructed to be there, so technically being late to formation can count as being AWOL. Overwhelmingly, most soldiers go AWOL for completely unintended reasons, such as being stuck with bad travel plans, or are AWOL for only a day or two before returning to their unit. Some, however, go AWOL with the intention to leave the military permanently. Once AWOL, you have 30 days to report back to duty before you're officially listed as a deserter, and the punishment you face varies depending on how long you were gone and what you did during that time. Once you return from AWOL status or are captured by law enforcement, you'll face a military court-martial, which is the same as a civilian court with some notable exceptions and is exclusively for military service members. Punishments can vary though, and as mentioned before, are typically meted out proportionate to the violation. Going AWOL for a day or two might earn you disciplinary action from your commanding officer, and can vary depending on their own judgment, from everything from administrative and legal action to off-the-record punishments such as harsh mandatory PT sessions, or a bevy of very unpleasant chores that will make sure you no longer have any free time. Under Article 87 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice, or the laws which govern military service members, individuals who miss movements or the departure of a soldier's unit for a deployment can be punished in one of two ways. If a soldier misses the movement on purpose, as in refuses to deploy when ordered, they can be dishonorably discharged and have all pay and allowances forfeited for a period of time, be reduced to the lowest enlisted grade, the lowest rank in their service, or be confined for up to 2 years. If the soldier missed their deployment because of their own neglect, but not on purpose, they may receive a bad conduct discharge, or big chicken dinner as it's known in the military parlance, forfeit pay and allowances for a period of time, be reduced to the lowest rank, or be confined for up to 1 year. It's important to note that punishments can be cumulative, so for example, you may be forced to forfeit all pay for 6 months and be reduced in rank. Under Article 86, soldiers who go absent without leave are subject to various penalties depending on the nature of their offense. Soldiers who fail to report to their appointed place of duty, as in being late for work, leaving work early, not reporting to a new duty station, or miss an appointment can be subject to confinement for 1 month, reduction to the lowest rank, and forfeit 2/3 of their pay for 1 month. Harsh, but it's unlikely you'll face any of those punishments if you're just late to work for a few times a month. But make a habit, and you could very well face one of these punishments or multiple. If a soldier leaves their post without authorization while on guard or watch duty, but does so without the intent to abandon that post, they can face the following punishments: confinement for 3 months, reduction to lowest rank, and forfeiture of 2/3 pay for 3 months. If a soldier leaves their post but with the intent to actually abandon their post, the soldier could receive a bad conduct discharge, forfeiture of all pay and allowances, reduction to the lowest rank, and confinement for 6 months. If a soldier goes absent for no more than 3 days, they can face the following: confinement for 1 month, reduction to lowest rank, and forfeiture of 2/3 pay for 1 month. Going absent for more than 3 days but not more than 30 days can land you in confinement for 6 months, reduction to the lowest rank, and forfeiture of 2/3 pay for 6 months. If a soldier goes AWOL for more than 30 days, they can face dishonorable discharge, forfeiture of all pay and allowances, reduction to the lowest rank, and confinement for 1 year. If they are AWOL for more than 30 days and their official AWOL status is terminated by apprehension, meaning the soldier got caught, they face all the same penalties plus confinement for 18 months. If a soldier only goes AWOL to avoid field exercises or maneuvers and not to permanently leave the military, that soldier can face a bad conduct discharge, forfeiture of all pay and allowances, reduction to the lowest rank, and confinement for 6 months. Once a soldier is AWOL for more than 30 days, they can officially be considered a deserter. Although there is a prerequisite that they be found as having gone AWOL with no intention of ever returning. Desertion is the most serious of offenses, and punishments vary on how the soldier was discovered after deserting and why they deserted. If a soldier willingly turns themselves in, they face a dishonorable discharge, reduction to the lowest rank, forfeiture of all pay and allowances, and confinement for 2 years. If the soldier is apprehended by law enforcement and does not willingly turn themselves in, they face the same punishments except a 3-year jail sentence instead of 2. If, however, a soldier deserted in order to avoid hazardous duty or shirk important service, such as a deployment to a combat zone, then they face all the previous punishments and a jail sentence of 5 years. If, however, a soldier deserts during a time of war, the military court has the right to sentence the soldier to death or life in prison. Surprisingly though, the US military very rarely ever goes after soldiers who go AWOL or desert, and only around 5% of AWOL soldiers or deserters ever face punishment. Typically, only those who leave the military and then draw attention to themselves, such as by becoming anti-war protesters, are caught by law enforcement, with the military generally happy to let a low-morale troop go and save money by simply training a new one. With such attractive enlistment boons, there's little reason for the military to waste time and money chasing down a deserter. A new volunteer is never far away. Do you think you would ever desert the military? Why or why not? Let us know in the comments, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more great content.